everyone. It's good to see you. We are sitting here at the Walmart Year Beginning meeting in Houston, Texas, and I'm really excited to be here. This is the first time we've had our entire team together in about 2.5 years, and there have been so many people I've seen this week just make connections, see old friends, and tell stories about what's been happening the last couple of years. Well, let me start by introducing Erin. Erin is the general manager in Davenport, Florida, at one of our fulfillment centers, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But the reason I'm with Erin is Erin was awarded last night Fulfillment Center of the Year for doing things like having the best inventory accuracy in the entire country and delivering on time, in full, up to 900 basis points over the year before, which is just extraordinary.
Absolutely.
So Erin, congratulations.
Thank you. The team has really worked really hard for that. I give all the credit to them.
We were talking earlier and said, Erin was the winner, and the first thing she said, no, my team was the winner.
Absolutely.
That's right. That's what great leaders do. They defer all the credit to the team because we can't do it without our team. So, Erin, first time at a year beginning meeting.
Yes, first time.
First time. Been with the company about 7 years, just under.
Just about.
So, what's it like? For those that haven't been, what's it like?
It's awesome. Very impressive. It's been really nice just to be able to really get a feel for the scope of the company. You know, a lot of times, and whatever part of the organization you're in, specifically for supply chain, you can get lost in just focusing on that part of the business, and just that becomes your world, right? And then you come to an event like this and you recognize, like, oh my gosh, we're such a big part of such a large and grand and awesome company. And just to see all the leaders, all of the innovation that's happening here, it's very exciting and reinvigorating. It makes me that much more energized to continue to go out there and lead and be a part of this great company.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same way. I was really excited to be here, really excited to talk to the team. Couldn't go to sleep last night, then I woke up today and was exhausted. It's like, just these days go and go, but there's so much energy around us. One of the things you said that's really important, for us, the customer's number one. We say that, we've talked about that for years, and that's really true, but you know, the difficulties of life and work take over, and as you said, we all have a tendency to put our head down and work on the metrics and the numbers we've been assigned, but we're all part of something bigger.
Absolutely. And I think that that's one thing specifically in the fulfillment center that's a little bit different. And so for us as a fulfillment team, very important to make sure we continue to tie the associates to the customer at all times. And so keeping that at the forefront. And so we do that by making sure they are attached to the why, making sure they have buy-in and understand that they have real impact. And we saw that a lot during the pandemic. A lot of our associates really feeling connected to, we are supplying America with their needs, right, at a time where they're not able to do it for themselves. And so the team really stepped up, and we kept them energized and focused on the fact that they do make the difference. And they really loved it. It was an awesome time to lead.
Yeah, great. Well, Erin, one of the things that you can do in leadership is keep people connected with what's going on through storytelling. Absolutely. Or using analogies, which I've heard you do a couple of times. How do you personally do that and remind yourself to do it in a building where you may not ever see a customer?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, and I'm an example of someone who's had the opportunity to grow up with the company, and so I try to share that with leaders and even with our associates, like, hey, this is a great organization, and if you're looking for a place to plant your feet and grow, where you can make a change and make a difference, this is a place where you can do that. You know, just a little over 6 years ago, I started off as an area manager, you know, and I've led at several different levels within our fulfillment network, through the AM ranks, operations manager, took some lateral roles into support roles, and got the opportunity just to continue to move up because I had great supporting leaders, great associates. You know, I don't just represent myself, I represent the leaders that have kind of come across in my path and the great associates along the way. And so I try to share that with them and to make sure that they see a path forward for themselves. You know, if you want it, it's out there and it's available, right? You just have to work for it.
Yeah, someone asked me yesterday, associate named Steven from Houston, how should you think about performing and what do you do to have a great career? And my advice is, you know, first, be great at what you're good at.
100%.
And then second, make the people around you better.
Absolutely.
If every day you're here, people around you are better,
Absolutely.
Great things always happen.
I agree with that 100%. And the only thing I'd add to that is just the importance of your authenticity, bringing your best self to work every single day, right? And understanding that you have impact every day to make, right? And at whatever level you're leading, you know, whether that's an associate or an entry-level leader or a GM, everyone has impact to make. And so just that intention of bringing your best self to work, knowing that you're changing lives every day.
Yeah, that's right. So if there's one thing you take away from this, it's every day, make an impact,
Absolutely.
Be present, bring your best self. You never underestimate the impact that you have on people around you.
Absolutely.
Well, Erin, congratulations. It's a big deal
so much.
to
Awesome.
be the recipient of this award. Congratulations and continued success.
Thank you so much for
All
your
right,
time
thank
today,
you.
John. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks.